So did you know that the guy who Steve from Blue's Clues is just the most like amazing individual?
It's pretty cool.
Yeah, like
He's
I
on
saw a
TikTok?
video of him. Yeah, I saw a TikTok of him. Like somebody went and saw him at like a con he was at, and then
Oh,
just,
Yeah.
that
he
girl
just
that
gave
was,
them like
getting his stuff
therapy, and
signed.
she's
Yeah.
like just sobbing.
Yeah.
And I'm just like, why
Well,
are you
not
so
only-
wholesome?
Not only that, but she gave him the little clue book.
The handy dandy
for-
notebook.
Yeah, the handy dandy
Handy-dandy
notebook for
notebook
him
to
to
sign.
sign.
It was
Yeah.
very adorable. Solid wholesome. Met the wholesome quota for the month.
Mm-hmm.
But
God damn.
hi everybody, I'm so glad to be here with y'all. Episode what are we on?
109.
109.
Mm-hmm. Next episode's cosplay.
Yeah.
Oh, that'll be in a couple weeks because next week I'm gone.
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
So that'll be like October 9th.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
110 on 9. I don't know
Where's-
what that means.
We're on spooky season.
110 on
officially in
9.
October.
This is becoming some weird dispatch call. 110 on 9.
We are a report of a disturbance in the costume house.
Got a
People-
407
I was-
on row 5.
I was trying to link it to like a blood pressure or something because it's like 110 over, and I was like, if your
I've heard
diastolic is
110 over
9,
yeah, you are not.
you're
you are dead.
probably dead.
That's a lich's BP right there.
Yeah.
I was watching somebody on our. So I work at a hospital. I was watching somebody on the cardiac monitor, and their O2 stats were also displaying. And I'm sitting there watching it, and this person keeps like desatting, which means their oxygen level is dropping.
Oh,
And then I was watching, and like if it goes under 89, let us know. But otherwise, if it's just above 89, go ahead and just silence the alarm because just go down. So okay, I'm watching. It starts dropping, and then it goes under 89. I'm like, okay, I'm just gonna let it. I'm just gonna let them notice. And then it keeps going down and down and down, and like I was like, So I pick up the phone, like start calling him, and I'm like letting it ring, and it's still It got down to like 32, which means it was a glitch with it was something that was going on with the sensor. But I'm like, somebody answer the phone. His oxygen is 32. I'm like, you can get that off a corpse, so he would have been dead if that was his oxygen level. So,
Yeah. I think it's like anything below 80 or like 76 or something is technically dead.
I mean, I see that a lot.
The best
But anyway,
kind of dead.
That's why mine is like 4.
I can convince my
The
heart
rest
to
is
stop beating.
amphetamines.
Caffeine.
So that's a fun little thing. Now you know. And if your hands are really cold, you don't get a good O2 reading. So warm your hands up, bitches. Assuming you can. Some old people can't. But it's good to be back.
Yep.
Hey everybody. Episode
Raynaud's
109.
disease.
Word. I missed you all last week. I hope you guys had fun with whatever chaos you guys did engage upon.
Work so hard. It was a lot of fun.
That was a lot of fun.
Was it a lot of fun?
It was a lot of fun.
A lot of fun.
Good.
I missed you.
I don't know, I wasn't there.
Missed you too. I was moving my mom into a long-term care facility. Actually, I was on my way back from moving my mom into it because I did that on Tuesday. And the week before, I moved my daughter into college. So it's like kicking 2 people out of the house in like a week period. That's a lot of like emotion. I did a lot of crying this last week.
Oh, yeah, I just didn't.
But I'm here today and I'm not crying yet. So it's good to see you all.
You can all just cry together
Yeah,
if you want.
give-
Sounds
We
like
can
fun.
cry
Give us a
together.
minute.
Yeah.
Isn't
There
D&D
will be-
therapy? It's a safe space. We can cry.
It's cheaper.
I did have my first therapy appointment
Eh,
on Wednesday morning.
Speak for yourself, Matt.
And it was
I don't
it
know
was
that D&D is
essentially-
cheaper than therapy for me.
It was
Sorry,
essentially
don't
45
kickstart
minutes of trauma
everything.
dumping.
That's the key.
Oh, no.
I mean, actually, once I consider how many dice I fucking bought,
I just had 2 new Kickstarters come in the mail today.
Yeah.
God damn it.
Speaking of coming in the mail, I'm not allowed in the post office anymore. Anyway,
Okay.
Jesus Christ.
Motherfucking transition.
I thought that was pretty. I thought that was a pretty nice one. It was just
That was
the
good. I
setup
like
was
that,
there,
Yeah.
and so I took it. I took the opportunity to shift
the
away
swing.
from
You had one
being
shot.
uncomfortable. So
It was not
it
mom's
is good.
spaghetti.
Mm.
Oh man, this is good.
That
Interview.
ties into our ad spot nicely.
Oh,
But
God.
we do have people like that do things for us. Those are called whores. But we also have sponsors.
I'm sorry, they're called.
Oh God, this is it. This is the episode.
This is the end, my only friend, the end. This is where we lose all our sponsors.
Yes.
Robert, no.
Filled with cherry vodka.
We're gonna need to make a command for Dustin. No,
Yeah.
I don't know what the command's gonna be for sure, but
Just command no.
Command no.
I am really just so stinking excited. Our latest sponsor is LoreLink, which means I'll finally be able to get internet no matter where I'm at.
You sure about that?
Yeah, what do you mean?
I'm pretty sure that's Starlink, the thing that's cluttering all of the space with trash. LoreLink is our sponsor. They are a really fun retro way to get in shape.
No, that's the roller rink. Lawlink is that guy that breaks all the jars and saves the world.
No, I'm pretty sure that's just Link. We're being sponsored
No.
by Lore Link, which I really don't understand, because can't we all do that? Like when someone makes you flinch?
No, you're thinking of Blink. I do remember now. LoreLink is that website that delivers high quality content for those with a specialized desire to see people getting fully engulfed.
No. I know that one. That's Vorlink, which is good, but not one of our sponsors.
Yet.
Yeah, LoreLink is the delicious stuff that you put in your mouth, and it's really satisfying.
Pretty sure that's a sausage link. We're sponsored by Lawlink.
Wait, Taylor, you're our sponsor?
No, Mel, you're thinking of a lore whore. Very loreful, but definitely different.
Can someone just Google our new sponsor?
Yeah. I got it. I got it. LoreLink is a fantastic campaign management tool that allows you to track all of your session notes, world lore, magic items, player details, and other information you need to run your sessions with less stress and more accuracy. And they're always updating the site with new tools to make your campaigns a breeze. Go to lorelink.com/get started to make your free account today. And the link's going to be in the chat, I believe.
Huh.
It's right there.
Haley, you're the
Yeah, I know.
only person
What?
at Remet that says /. Sorry to
Just slash. Yeah.
What do you just say? What do you
just
say
slash.
Slash.
Just slash.
then? But how do you
Oh, no, I would have
come
said
in?
/.
Yeah.
But I would only specify if I was doing a backslash. Would be the only time that I would specify.
Oh, okay. So
But-
rather
Oh.
than you just say //.
Yeah. I say whack.
Interesting.
Wiggity whack. But I guess that's something that we both TIL. Anyway, on with the show. We do have LoreLink as our sponsor.
EWL?
Check them out,
TWL.
guys. If you have content and campaigns that you are running, they will be your friends.
2 weeks later? What is
Tails Wover Initiative.
Today we learned
Ah.
about fucking group pronouns, apparently.
But we have other shows. You know, I did love that episode so much where Taylor just shouted out
21!
with her whole chest.
She owned it.
With her whole chest.
She was ready.
Infinite!
We are family here, and as such, we make fun of each other
Are
when we
we?
screw up.
Mercilessly. With friends like us. Who needs
Some real
frenemies?
terrible implications if we are family. That's yikes.
Not very healthy.
Oh man.
Step
Oh.
streamers, no.
What are you doing, Step Matt?
Oh no. This episode's gonna be
Just getting ready for
interesting.
Thanksgiving with the stuffing.
No, man!
Which brings us back to Vorlink.
end it now.
Yeah, I think we're done. I don't think we have an episode anymore.
No, we're ready. We're ready. We can do this.
No, not your Duncan, Robert!
More like a turf fucking, am I right? Hey!
Hey! Let out ping!
Not everybody.
Thank you. I've been Conlon. I'm gonna get out of here. The next meeting will be on stage. Sometime.
So, I'm not even sure what a turducken would be in this context. Like, it would be
No,
a.
we're not gonna examine it.
We're not doing
We're
that.
just gonna move on.
So, other shows that we have. Speaking of food, we have
Uh-huh.
America's Test Kitchen. No, that's not it.
What?
Not the Food Network show. Dustin.
Nope, that's not Food Network. That was PBS.
Yeah,
But-
get it right.
Oh,
fucking
yeah, you're
Mel.
right.
Damn it.
It's Tabletop Test Kitchen. Is that what it is?
Tabletop Test Kitchen on Tuesday. Matt's gonna be
Which is-
back. I believe doing more flabbergasted, but I could be wrong on that. But Matt's gonna be back.
So it's not America's Test Kitchen.
No.
No.
We also had Total Party Chaos not last night, night before last. After Tales to Tales, the Tower of Tales is back.
Mm-hmm.
Monday nights on Tales of Initiative. First.
And then we also
Get
had...
your eldritch horror with Tales Does Tales. Then watch a short man bully some people. Total Party Chaos.
This is what happens when your show doesn't have a tagline, Billy. Colin's just gonna make one and you're not gonna like it.
That's
Yeah,
canon
man.
now. Fucking make it canon, please.
We stand a short bully.
Total Party Chaos where your DM needs a booster seat.
No,
My drink blends into the green screen. I love it.
it
so much.
does. Yeah.
Oh no.
You're drinking the invisible juice.
You're drinking from beyond.
Oh.
It's a potion of invisibility.
My mountain it screwed up. It dyed itself invisible.
I
Yes.
just had a stroke. What?
We have those shows. They are on those other days. Go watch them. But right now you're watching us. And I think it's time to do a segue. Maybe a transition. Maybe a...
Motherfucking transition.
Fucking Gwen!
When last we left off, the heroes had made their way to. Let me pull up my map again. Fuck, this is not. What the hell?
Welderland.
Well,
You should have had Lowlink open.
Should have had Lore Link open.
Mm-hmm.
No, I hadn't. Anyway, they had used the teleportation circle that the castle had to transfer to the castle in Welderland, like their open diplomatic teleportation circle in the Welderland Empire, and had transferred to the to their kingdom, and had met a mage, which I don't have the name of anymore because it disappeared when my system
Silent.
restarted.
Silverhand. Her last name was Silverhand.
And her left hand. was-
Silverstone.
No, don't.
It was-
Silverhand.
Finland Silverstone.
Silverstone,
Finland
that's it.
Silverstone. Thank you, everybody, for having that available because I did not. Where she kind of talked to them about what they were doing. They discovered that they'd had access to some guides and a person who would be accompanying them to help them get to this temple of Kruthir. And they were going to be going there either overground or underground. They had some options. Both presented their own risks and reward scenarios, and they made their way to meet the guide, or the accompaniment, who happened to be a dwarven bard named Gimgen Bloodkith. Thank you for having the names written down, because my computer restarted and updated before I could do that. And then their guides were Jurgen and Jurgen Goblinbane, twin sisters. One was a ranger, one was a fighter. Jurgen is mute, has a snowblind eye with a scar across it, and Jurgen is more heavily armored and speaks for both and signs. And they had discussed with you the options of where you to go, and you guys were making the decision to travel through the underground into potentially the Underdark, where you could encounter drow and other creatures of terror and various levels of, is this okay? And so you made your way into the darkness and had some conversation, learned a little bit more about your accompaniment, and while you guys were walking, you encountered a familiar person, a heavily armored, red-scaled dragonborn, Belcax Ramirev, member of the Congregation of Omens. I was thinking we had another name.
Council, yeah, it's right
Council.
there, and it's way easier of a word. Yep, I could see it in
The
your
Congregation of Omens,
this-
who you had met.
Is this the guy that took the guy that we tortured?
Yes.
mind. Yes,
The
Doorback.
circus undead guy?
Dorback, the gnome that animated
Hands
the
and
beholder.
his tongue.
Yeah.
Yes.
He did that by accident.
Yeah, don't fuck with magic.
Not me looking down at the sheet ready to go and realizing I have.
The wrong character sheet.
I'll put that away.
We're not in the
Hello.
span today, Haley.
You guys can catch that on Mark Soul, though, which is the work that Conlin's been working on, and I'm going to put it in the chat.
Sorry,
Put it in the
distracted.
chat.
Anyway, and so you had just stepped out, and he had introduced himself and left you guys. Basically, he stepped out and said, "I did not expect to see somebody down here that I was familiar with. I mean you no harm. It is good to see you."
Hey.
Hi. What are you doing here?
Little of this, little of that. The congregation has understood there to be another threat to the balance of order, and so I was tasked with coming to find out what is potentially happening and to put a stop.
And what sort of threat would that be? And when we had stopped, I had just stealthed, and stepping out, the green is now pink, and the teeth are sharper, and Void looks like Vix.
I thought they would.
There is rumor of an individual who seeks to subvert the natural order of things. We are coming to make sure that there is no glitch in the making.
And which individual would this be? We might be hunting the same people.
I do not have a name. I only have been made aware that there is something happening, so I've come to investigate.
You alright if we join you? Edie says, and you can tell she's like vibrating and slowly moving closer towards Vix.
I normally prefer to work alone, but our previous
suppose we-
experience. What was that?
Sorry, I was making an Overwatch quote, and I thought I was muted.
Not at all.
Nailed it. With our previous experience together, we have managed quite nicely to coexist, as long as our end goals remain aligned. I don't suppose that would be a problem, at least for a time, for you to travel with me. Might be nice to have some company in this dreary darkness.
Well, you call it dreary darkness. I call it happier darkness. For now, at least. Till we get with us drow. Then it's a little more dreary, but that's because, well, they're drow, and they kill a lot of people. What?
Not all drow are bad and uncontrollable murderers.
You're probably right. My experience with the drow has been rather limited, and
He points over at Jurgen.
How's your experience with goblins? And we like look at the goblins that we've fought before.
Goblins are usually pretty smelly, I've noticed, and usually uncooperative. And but as you say, they're not all inherently bad. It's just the ones that we've encountered are predominantly. Maybe it's a whole infringing on each other's space thing. Maybe it's proximity. I don't know.
He points over at Jurgen.
That scar on her eye comes from a drow. You would think with the last name of Goblinbane, it might have been a goblin, but no, it was actually a drow.
That was what
Why
I
her
was
last name's
thinking.
not Drowbane, it's I don't know.
And Jurgen like signs. No, I will tell you. I will. Jurgen says that her scar is actually beauty mark in our people, and it is rather a sign of tenacity and what? Oh no, she says you're right. It absolutely is from Drow, who cut her like a little bitch because she wasn't paying attention. So never mind the beauty mark. But she is still quite lovely, don't you think?
Edie's little heart is, because like literally for that speech, she's being like, that's exactly how I feel about my scar on my face. It makes me feel strong and powerful, and then I can get through anything. And then you literally take it back and you watch her little heart shatter.
No, it's still beautiful. She says it's still beautiful. She just says it's not natural beauty mark. It's one that was given to her by Drow. But still beautiful.
Yeah.
Still powerful. Look,
Yeah.
does Jurgen take shit from anybody? No, Jurgen takes no shit from nobody.
Not even hot girls.
Jurgen takes shits, but does not take shit from anybody else.
It's fair distinction.
When she takes shit, it's actually quite a lot. So if she does, give her space because
Okay.
We'll have to walk off a healthy marker for camp.
you know, like yeah, just like a good distance. That's all I'm saying.
Belkak still
We're-
want to travel with us, or are you having second thoughts?
The whole time, yeah, he's just sitting there like. Previously, I traveled with you. Not even traveled with you. We interacted in the temple, and we've taken control of a rogue wizard who was, as you remember, doing unspeakable things. I'm not sure I'm prepared for this. And he kind of gestures at Jurgen and
Gimgen.
Gimgen. Yep, I had to go back to the name. But
I don't think we were prepared either.
perhaps we can make a camp and discuss.
How?
With these. You guys have been traveling for quite a while.
Oh, okay.
I have so much energy and spells. I'm gonna go cast some spells and do some shit. Let's go do
I'm gonna
some
burn some rages. Let's fuck shit
Yeah.
up down here.
Let's go find something to kill.
I would recommend that. I mean, you do you, but you might draw attention of things that you would rather not if you just go off and throw magic around. There are creatures in the.
What kind of creatures?
There are a variety of creatures. There are, of course, your standard run-of-the-mill bats and things of that nature. There are Giant
How do we get
toads, there
some
are
bats?
oozes, there are bears, cave bears, they're awful. Goblins, hobgoblins,
You mentioned
drow, as we've
onkegs
discovered.
previously.
On kegs exist, bullets,
Yes.
other things that we,
Name, you want to go find a pet bear and get some
even the occasional mind flayer, just things that we don't really want to probably run afoul
mind
of.
flayer.
We should allow the danger to come
We
to
could
us.
flare its mind.
That's
What is a
the
flayer?
other way around. Flay, as in to remove the skin from. Typically, if you flay someone's skin, you are taking it off.
And a fillet.
It's a torture technique. That was really dark of me. I don't like this place.
Mm-hmm.
Fillet.
Fillet of fish.
You're sort of saying it like fillet, and it's fillet.
Fillet. Feels nice. I'm
It
excited.
definitely doesn't.
If you're looking to continue traveling, we can set up camp later, or we can keep moving, which you would prefer.
I'm okay to keep going. Oh, sorry, Edie.
Nah. Just interjecting when I'm not required. That's
Yeah,
Edie
no.
for you, sorry.
Travel a bit more, feel each other out. This is Alma, by the way. She was not amongst us the last time we met.
There were others with you previously.
50-50.
It was,
No, that's right. They disappeared before
it was
then.
just
Right before.
It was just Chorus, Edie, Nemea,
Yep,
and
yep.
Vix at that time.
That's right. It was.
Yeah.
I think the episode or two prior.
Mm-hmm.
Um,
And he takes that back and doesn't say it.
what's his name again? I keep going to say
Belcax.
Belcax
Bel-
or Ramirez?
okay. Belcax. Why do I feel like I keep getting that mixed up?
I don't know why.
Oh, because there's another character in a different campaign with a very similar name, and I keep getting them. Belcax?
Yes.
Belcax. Okay. You said you were traveling and investigating. Where are you traveling, and what phenomenons are you investigating?
I already told you. I'm looking for potential lich in the making. So I'm traveling through the area looking for signs, looking for clues, looking for disturbances in the arcane flow. Miss Alma, was it? Did I offend you with my presence? You have this look on your face of one who has sucked on the toe of a poisoned frog and did not find it pleasing. Did I upset you?
Alma's hand has been sitting on her mace handle the whole time. No. I'm just ready to get a move on. And she's actually going to glance over towards Vix, coming to her own conclusions because she's never seen Vix before,
Mm-hmm.
guessing that this is probably Vix, and looking rather pissed.
Well, just be mindful because down here, speed is not always your friend. It is very dark, and not everything needs eyes to find you, and some things burrow under the ground, and you cannot see them until they are on top of you. And that's just hoping it's not something that will possess you.
Ah, yes, possession. I was possessed once. That's how I ended up with my ex-wife. But seriously, she was awful.
We have a bit of experience. A little bit further in. Feel each other out, get used to things, and then camp down. Yes?
That sounds acceptable. Should I sing a song as we travel?
I don't. Well, I was going to say, if we can't be quick, should we be quiet?
If the sound of magic is likely to draw attention, probably best
Ah.
not to belt out the tunes.
Making sure you were paying attention, of course.
Jurgen,
Course.
Slipped a little bit
Jurgen
into Kronk
says-
there at the end. Oh, yes. The music for
Jur-
Cusco.
Jurgen
Cusco's
says
music.
is wise decision because how you say his singing is like mating water buffaloes, long, loud, and messy. So it's good that you stop him from singing.
Majestic creatures.
So maybe not the loud. We travel a little quiet, like Jurgen. I mean, not quite like Jurgen because Jurgen can't talk. Period. But if Jurgen could, Jurgen would still be quiet.
Told them you cannot talk. We know.
Message received.
Now that's the question: can Jurgen communicate via message?
Ooh.
All right,
Start walking.
start walking.
Oh, I thought we still were.
I'm gonna
Um,
send a message to Vix.
No, you go.
I'm gonna send a message to Vix,
Mm-hmm.
and it's just, "Hi, how are you? What have you been up to? How are you going? I've missed you."
Edie, you do know it's still me. It's Void. I'm just
And I
wearing
sent him-
Vix's face.
And I sent a message back saying, "You explained it last time that you were separate people, and so I wanted to be polite."
Okay. Well then, that's fine.
That's all. And then, and then I sidle up right next to you just for a regular conversation that's in like a hushed whisper that is just like, "Oh, I'm sorry. I wasn't sure if it was a disguise or if it was you.
I
I'm
didn't
sorry.
want to overcomplicate things with Belcax.
That's all right. I didn't know how it worked."
You know about the theater, right?
No, I don't think so.
Acting, playing pretend.
Mm-hmm. Yes.
That's kind of like it.
Role playing.
Yes.
Yeah? What about it?
That's very much like how my faces are. I'm playing a role. Some of them are deeper characters, some of them are shallower characters. Underneath, it's still me, which is important in terms of ethics of culpability and guilt, but
Is Vix a shallow character?
that is a complicated question, but no. Vix was... Edie, do you know who you are?
Edie?
It's probably not worth expounding or questioning that too much, but just think of the idea of who you are.
Mm-hmm.
Rest in peace, James Earl Jones. Think of everything that you are. Think of what you think of yourself. You have likes, you have dislikes, you have preferences, hopes, dreams, all that sort of stuff.
Mm-hmm.
For a long time, I didn't really have that. Not in sort of a crystal clear way. Vix
How
was...
long?
How old am I? 20-ish years, let's say.
That's a long time, more time than I've been alive.
It was very confusing growing up. So Vix was an attempt to put on a more permanent face. To be someone.
Okay. The first one with likes and dislikes and wants and needs?
Precisely.
How fun. But, I get it. All good, I think. Thank you, and I'm sorry. I didn't want to, Yeah. I just like go back to being quiet.
The eyes will
I
change
feel
from
like she's looking at you for like reassurance that she hasn't
Mhm.
offended you.
Yeah.
Like,
and the eyes will change from Vix's brown to Void's green, and the voice lightens up into a Void voice. You haven't offended me. I'm just didn't really know how much I wanted Belcax to know about me, so decided to give him the same face. Even though I knew that might be complicated for everyone. So if anything, I'm hoping that I didn't offend you. I know that Vix
No.
did not leave the group on good terms.
I mean, at least they said goodbye.
Yeah.
First one to do that.
How are you feeling? You've seemed a little...
That's a loaded question.
Yeah.
I'm good, I think. I feel like that's my only point of reference. So I'm good.
Are you better or worse than you were when we last had a chat, before we got to Galefall?
Who knows? That's a long time ago. I don't remember what I had for breakfast yesterday. I'm feeling okay. I'm feeling all right. I'm looking forward to moving forward.
Have you been pushing more things down?
Not many more things.
Okay.
Don't look at me like that.
Just want to make sure you're okay.
Yeah, I'm all right. I think I'm just confused more than anything about the energy within the group right now. I don't know how to fix it because it doesn't feel like it should be a problem that needed to be fixed in the first place, and I don't. So I'm just ignoring it.
Yeah. If I can illuminate any of that, I'd like to try, but I don't know if I can anyway.
I don't think so. I think it's just something that they need to go through, maybe?
I'm trying to be more patient with fixing things.
Yeah.
There's that instinct where it's like, oh, this is broken, let's quick fix it. Put some glue on it, slap it together. And people don't work that way.
They should. It'd be much easier.
Yes, that is the...
My mending spell would be so much more useful.
That is the curse of reality, isn't it? Is that we are fragile beings that we wish we could fix very quickly, and yet we can't.
And we hold all this power within ourselves, and yet everything we want just feels completely out of reach.
No kidding.
Well, I want to find a cave bed so bad.
I'm sure danger will find us soon enough. We aren't that lucky to have a quiet trip.
Hopefully. Edie crosses her fingers.
By the way, how did you think to use that kind of magic to get the answers at the obelisk?
I was thinking about it for a while about, well, you guys were wanting to go to the library and do a bunch of things, and I felt a bit useless. So I spoke to Ellie, and I asked her what I should do, and she said I was ready for something, ready to be able to learn differently than other people. And then she showed me this spell, and I tried it out. And it worked. And it was crazy. I'd never had that much amount of information in my brain all at once. I hope you took notes, because I didn't.
I did, yeah. Well, it was handy.
Felt nice to be useful in a different way. I love helping you all, and I can help you in almost every way. I have all the bits and pieces to be able to help you in so many ways, and yet when it came to that, I was nothing, useless. I have to go find something to distract myself, like pastries. So it just felt good, you know?
I do. I really do. I understand that desire to be useful.
Feels good.
Yeah.
Feels good to be just like you. And I like squeeze your hand.
Yeah. So, bar crawl with chorus.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. We ran errands and then we went to church.
Confessing scenes.
No. We interrogated somebody, I think.
Good bonding activity.
I think so. Can you feel his heart warming?
His heartwarming?
Yeah.
I see it a
Feel
little.
like
Yeah.
a little bit.
A little bit. The
Little bit.
hippogriff is a very interesting turn of events.
Yeah, I think that's helping a lot. Feels nice.
I think you're helping. Be my bet.
I'm there to enjoy the benefits. Any help I can do is just a cherry on top, I guess.
Fair enough.
Shall we join the rest of the group now?
Yeah.
Alright.
Eyes fixed back. Marching on with our donkeys into the
Marching
deep.
on, and I guess we're being quiet.
Mostly.
Relatively quiet.
Yeah. And if anyone
I just
wanted to listen to that conversation, I feel like they could have. It
Mhm.
wasn't like, it was like stage whispering.
Yeah. Whispering from Bellcax, but not necessarily whispering from anyone else.
Yeah.
That's a 6. Nemea wasn't paying attention.
Nemea's worried about these walls around her.
Yeah.
Pretty much.
Let's see.
And she's also
Nope.
like with a mention of a lich on top of everything else, kind of wants to get a little bit more information from Balcax. Like, what makes you think it's a lich? Like,
What is a
What-
lich?
Liches be crazy.
They do.
So
Soon
are
enough,
you
Liches gonna get stitches.
are you going to talk to Belcax then?
yeah, I just want more clarification. Like, okay, like what? He's given very vague answers, or it could just be me not absorbing anything.
Oh, they've been vague.
I was like, okay, like what makes you think it's a lich? Where specifically are you traveling? Like, if we were traveling in one direction and then we've stumbled across him, like, did we catch up to him, or was he going in the other direction? Like, or coming from a different tunnel? Like, what?
So what are you asking him? Because you're giving me a lot of information, but if we want to have a conversation, how are you starting this with him?
Oh, that's the information I want.
So ask him a question.
She's looking for dot points. I don't think she wants a conversation.
Okay. So what he would let you know is that the reason he thinks it's a lich is just because he's understand that there's somebody who's trying to subvert the normal course of life and death. That's traditionally lich field. He doesn't have evidence necessarily that it's a lich. It's more just this type of activity usually. So he's researching to see if that's what it is. He's not sure. So he doesn't have a lot of information other than that it was over in this part of the continent. And so he's kind of just traversing around looking for disruptions in the flow of the arcane, basically sensing for just disturbances, kind of like checking for disturbances in the forest, as it were, if we're going to make it another reference, just to see if there's something that feels off in the flow of arcane magic. So he's kind of just zigzagging looking for clues. So it's not so much that you caught up to him as this is just where he happened to be at the time you guys came across.
Okay. And shit.
Could I have been involved in that convo? Because
Sure.
that's very much on.
I can't think what the bloody fucking wizard's name is.
Oh, I can, but I'm not. Vix would not say it.
Unga.
Yeah.
Yeah. And Mary is very much thinking Unga, like, holy shit.
Vix would ask, what is the evidence that made you, like, come here? What was the tip? What was the informant, the information that got you into the area? You say that it's somewhere in this area. How do you know?
The congregation has heard rumors of gatherings of individuals to work on study in this area. Usually the process of becoming lich is rather awful. Lots of things are required to kind of separate your body and your soul to allow yourself to have that kind of life. The gathering of multiple people with magic means the idea of being able to circumvent the natural order of life and death is alarming. We were not giving any names specifically or specific locations, just that there was enough red flags being raised by encounters of individual people seeming to congregate in one general area, and so we just decided to investigate before going all out.
A prudent move. And understandable.
Had the congregation acted sooner, we might not have had a Loch Hilbrand incident.
Yes, and we all know how bad that went. Well, not all.
Loch Hilbrand, you say? What
Speaking of
happened
not
in
all.
What happened in Loch Hilbrand?
Well, we didn't start the fire, but there was a big fire.
Was it always burning?
The next line is absolutely ridiculous. I'm not gonna say it.
It was kind of burning when we already got there.
But not since the world was turning.
No, far more recent.
Good.
Lots of undead, lots of destruction. It was a undead circus gone awry.
Sounds like something to take the whole family to. Or at least my ex-wife. Maybe she'll stay a while.
You stay as long as you want. You can never leave.
I thought we were being quiet.
We're being quiet adjacent.
Sorry, I was being rude. No singing.
Hopefully nothing like that happens here. Circus that we have here is quite different. Usually just involves drinking and punching each other.
You have a circus down here?
Well, not down here, like in Welderland.
Oh,
I mean, they might have
Oh.
a circus down here. I don't know.
maybe we could go to the circus when we're done.
That could be fun.
I'd like that.
We do have quite the enjoyable time. There's usually food, alcohol, and just, like I said, punching each other and things like that.
Sounds like fun.
I wouldn't mind checking it out.
How far is this trip?
Weeks. Is what we were quoted.
2 weeks, if I remember correctly.
Something
2
like
weeks
that.
there and then 2 weeks back.
But not
Uh-huh.
necessarily back. It all depends.
This is the longest mission we've ever been on.
Galefall was a long trek.
To get there, not in the middle of.
Well, we're to getting there.
No. It's
We're in
2
the-
weeks to get there, though, right?
We're in the getting there process, yes.
I guess so.
Besides, think
But
of
if
all the
we-
cave bears there may or may not be between now and here. Here and
Yeah,
there.
we're already underground. You're right, you're absolutely right. Edie starts fishing around for rations. She wants to smell like beef jerky.
And if we can avoid any trouble and keep a good pace, then maybe it won't take a month. I
We
mean,
can always just like
lives are on
teleport
the
straight
line.
back as well. If we don't feel
Can we
like
teleport?
do it.
Straight back to Welderland?
I don't know if I can send people without me. No.
You open a door. Teleportation circle is like, here's a big door, walk through it and go there. If I remember correctly.
Yeah, but does it need to have another teleportation circle?
It has
go-
to be to a teleportation circle. So she could do it to the Welderland one, or to Cezanne or Fortress, were the other two that she knows.
Yeah, it just
Yeah,
says any
but-
creature that enters the portal instantly appears within 5 feet
Does it need
of
to
the
be-
destination circle.
Go ahead.
Yeah, but you weren't able to copy the destination circle.
I have
So
the
do you just go,
Welderland.
I want to go to
Oh,
this
right.
circle? And, like, yeah, how does that work?
Yeah, did Ellie write it down? Do I
You
have
guys
that
did not.
circle
You
now?
guys did not get this one because you used the castle's
Yeah,
pre-existing
that's what I
one.
was
So you
asking.
guys
Would
did
we
not.
Will we not be able to use, so where we popped out, could we not look down and that was a teleportation circle that we could transcribe?
That one would not have been allowed. You would not have been allowed to transcribe that one. No, because they're not
Mm.
giving unauthorized access to their teleport. You used the. That's why you used the one, the official one, to start with. So that way it was like they monitored it and knew you were coming. If you
Gotcha.
just popped in, they would not like that, and they would not take kindly
Yeah.
to that at all. And then that
Okay,
probably would
so
end
then
up in
no,
all
I
kinds of
can't teleport
hostilities.
us back.
Yeah. So if we wanted to return to Welderland, we're futzed. Unless we could go to Cezanne
Unless
and then use the
Gimkin-
diplomatic one again.
That would be
Does-
an option.
It would probably be the fastest. Unless Gimkin?
Gim Gam.
Gimgen.
What the fuck are these names?
Gimgen.
Gimgen.
It's all I's, E's,
Yeah.
and U's. There's no A's in any of the first names.
Ah, there we go. Gim. Unless Gimgen has like a scroll of teleportation that can get us back.
Oh, wait, do I have no, scroll of teleportation doesn't.
Does it still have to be
I-
linked?
I
Well,
have a
teleportation
spell
would-
scroll of-
Lets you go anywhere, but
Anywhere. I have a spell scroll of teleportation, but I
that's
figured
right,
we'd
you
want to
do.
use. I figured I'd want to save that for like an emergency, not
yeah.
just to travel around.
And also,
Because
as it
that
is,
means we can get anywhere.
and as it is right now, you would have to roll to see if it even works. Because it's
Yeah.
not a level that you can cast.
Yeah.
Isn't
I
it like a
was- I was
7th
saving
level
it
or
for a
something?
special occasion.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's a great, like, ooh, fuck button.
Okay,
Yeah.
okay. Does Gimgen have an emergency GTFO? Get a jail free card?
You don't know.
collect
Gimgen.
Maybe for
$50.
Do
themselves.
you?
Hey, Gimgen, in case any of this mission turns sour, we're kind of on a clock. Lives are kind of on the line. So if it is, what am I trying to say? I'm
I don't know, but you're doing a great job.
the voice that's controlling Nemea is struggling. So we didn't realize that this mission was going to take a month. We kind of don't have that amount of time. So if we could spend like as little time as possible down underground, and like Nemea's wings will like clamp up and tense. As little time down here as possible. Once we get to our destination, is there a way to very, very quickly get back to Welderland?
I don't know. Do you have a thought? An idea?
That's all right. I'll just get us back to Saison, and then we'll get to Welderland within the day. It's better than 2 weeks.
Yes.
Yeah, way
But,
better. Okay.
You guys, do you guys want to come on a day trip to Saison, or will you want to take 2 weeks to walk back?
Saison? I don't. Maybe that could. I've never been.
You get to come to our establishment, and I'll even let you have a free room. And I look around to the guys that know that our rooms are just all empty.
I mean, technically, you've offered them a room, not specifically a bed.
Yeah.
So
Jurgen says no other plans currently, so we can see what happens.
Beautiful. It means you don't have to spend 2 weeks going back on your own.
Promising.
Anyway, just keep that in your back pocket for later.
Sounds good.
I'm gonna stroll up to Belcax and quietly ask, if one were so inclined, how does one become a member of the Congregation of Omens?
He eyes you for a minute. It is not easy process. There is much sacrifice involved. One must give up allegiances to their former way of life and begin the process of recognizing that we are all cogs in this machine and that we must strive to better our civilization, our society, even at our own cost. We do it for the greater good of mankind. If you are truly interested, it generally takes somebody sponsoring you to come alongside and vouch for you as a member of a like-minded individual. It would take somebody who sees your potential and tells you this person is qualified to stand in our midst as equal and is willing to make ultimate sacrifice should need arise. But mostly, we just abhor things that would disrupt nature or the natural order of things, and secrets that should not be unlocked are kept in lock, so that way danger and corruption is minimized.
I mean, you're preaching
At
to the
whatever
veritable
cost.
choir on most of that. So, is there a sort of like your life, leave your life behind, the particulars of that? Is there a vow of celibacy? Are you like what?
Oh God,
what
no,
exactly?
no vows of
You
celibacy.
seemed like a dude that fucks, so I wasn't sure if that. It didn't
yes,
seem like it
as
would be on
often as
brand.
possible.
Okay, good.
Mostly, but no vow of celibacy required. But attachments to your old life are often left behind because often those attachments are to things that may someday put you at risk or make you vulnerable to being manipulated. If somebody threatens one of your loved ones, you are likely to act on their behalf. If you have no loved ones, then you cannot be pressured to do things. Not saying that you can have no. Again, we like the fuck, but the deeper your attachment to others, the harder it is to act when needed if they are threatened.
Well, this all seems fairly simple. Maybe I'm a crass little cynic, but I'm not hearing any problems.
Well, if you are truly interested, we can discuss further. Maybe away from
He just
prying
did
ears.
the fuck.
What?
Nothing. It's anything. I thought it was muted.
Belcax DTF, you know.
Yeah. Yeah, put me
He's
down on
gonna-
a little short list for later.
Or at least it is.
I'll wander away. Back,
Okay.
milling back into the milieu of the group.
Cave bear. Oh, cave bear.
Not to completely screen hog, but I will go to Alma and be like, by the way, this is Vix. Hello.
I figured as much.
Yeah, you're smart. But just didn't want to be ruder than I already was.
Not like it makes a difference anyway.
Okay.
No other secrets to indulge?
What secrets would those be?
I don't even know at this point. Thought giving you the letter would have done something, but
No, that's an interesting point. I have not read it yet, because you said if Ishki wills it, and I am having just the darndest time getting in touch with her. But to hell's with it. I think I might just read that soon. So, I just wanted to let you know that any inaction is not from having read and not cared, it's simply from having not read. Didn't want to... I was confused. Wasn't sure if you meant that you were giving me permission to read it under the sort of guise of religiosity, or if you genuinely wanted me to wait for some sort of divine signal.
I don't know. Thought reading up on them would do something.
Well, at the very least, you quoted scripture beautifully.
I thought by looking up anything with Ishki, maybe they would have, I don't know, in their mysterious ways of how they work, because I'm not going to sit here and claim I know. I thought it was a push. I'm not going to sit here and claim I heard them, but maybe I foolishly thought it was a sign for something.
I don't think you foolishly do anything.
Fell for you, when clearly you have your heart on somebody else.
Didn't say you never did anything you regret, I just said you don't do it foolishly.
I thought. While Alma's talking too, she's actively trying to avoid looking at Vix. I thought by looking up Ishki, I wouldn't have to ask you anything.
About what?
Read the letter first. It's probably the best way to start it.
I'll read it tonight. And Alma would have noticed that Void is talking about Vix now.
I know it's still you. It's still painful either way.
I hope you take my avoidance not as wanting to inflict further pain, but as trying to spare you. I do appreciate your company and your presence. I will leave you to your thoughts, and I will read your letter as soon as I can.
Yeah. You might want to hold on to that, though, until after you read it.
Hold on to what?
And this time, Alma will actually look towards Vix. Whether you enjoy my company or not.
They're gonna risk a smile, as they say. And we still have our bet going. We'll just move away.
And she won't say this out loud towards Vix, but... And I think I'm winning. And she'll just keep following, too. And you'll actually notice that Alma will take off her cloak and kind of put it over one of the donkeys. So all that's left is just like the clothing, her
Armor.
her armor, and the hints of her skin that are like on her back. Those stripes are showing up again. She'll keep walking.
Okay.
Any cave bears?
Roll for cave
Edie
bear?
has a one-track mind right now.
They're so
Um,
She's whispering to after saying that there's no singing, she's whispering to herself, "We're going on a bear hunt, going on a bear hunt, we're gonna catch a big one, we're gonna catch a big one." And it's just going on and on.
Go ahead and roll a survival check at disadvantage
Oh God.
Why disadvantage?
Can chorus
because,
She's proficient in survival.
but it's pitch black in the Underdark.
Yeah, I got
Chorus
a
has dark
10.
vision. Can I help?
Oh,
Chorus
Yeah.
walks up to Edie. Edie, that's
Yeah.
not the right song to catch a cave bear.
Oh, can you teach me the right song?
Sure. He goes, cave bear, where are you?
Okay, alright. And so Edie continues to repeat that, whispering it into the dark crevices of the cave as we continue to walk.
Is there
Um,
gecko twerking
do I
involved
get-
while you're doing it?
Do I get a straight roll now?
Sure.
Roll good.
14!
Yay!
19!
Yay!
With looking around, you don't see a cave bear, but you do see signs of big paw prints that look
Bearish.
relatively, bearish, but also probably a couple days old. So
Okay.
this looks like an area that they have traveled before.
It's a bearish tunnel, not a bullish tunnel.
I was about to say, Conlon, we did it, but chorus, we did it.
I'm here now.
I'm here now.
In
Hello.
the
Conlon
cave.
has joined the campaign.
Yeah. I hold both of their hands and lead
The
them over
fourth
to the
walls.
footprints and show them. We did it. We found them.
You're holding both Conlon and Chorus's hands during
Yep.
the
It's
kiss.
getting real meta.
Getting real
It's about to
weird.
get real weird.
Mm-hmm. Let's get
That's how I
weird.
like it.
Let's
Have you
get
heard of a
weird.
thing called Vorlink? It's just
Yikes.
Bonk.
Kitty casts reduce on herself.
Cave bears are huge in Vorlink.
Never mind. We're gonna find bears. I know it.
Seems like it.
They really should not have mentioned cave bears. But that's also, thank you. And she like plays with a section on her coat. And then
Oh. Yeah. For sure.
she just gives you a smile.
Nobody else knows.
Why is she wanting to encounter cave bear?
She probably thinks they're cute, which, arguably, yes.
Also, arguably, could rip your face off.
Lots of murdery things are cute. I don't know if I'm actually here for this conversation. I guess I'm over by the cave bear tracks.
I suppose this is true.
I mean, yeah. Go ahead.
No, I was just gonna say Haley was gonna say it's all about the ears. Little round ears.
Little roundy.
Well, it is long road ahead still. Maybe we should finally sleep. We've been traveling now for.
We didn't come across anything.
Well, I
All right,
mean,
let's sleep. Did we at least get a good head start?
head start on what?
The cave bear.
Getting there.
I mean, we've traveled. What is the head start? We are making time in the underground.
Good.
We're making good time.
What is good time? We are moving quickly, but safely.
We got the worst guides.
Are we on track with that 2-week estimate? Are we like moving?
Oh,
the
you're.
speed we
Are
need?
you asking the dwarf or are you asking me? Because
Whoever
Anyone.
knows the,
I
I'm
don't
really
know what to-
unclear as to who knows what in this situation.
I don't know anything about your timeline other than that I'm just here with you. Let me get the dwarf.
Why are you here with us?
Oh
then?
yeah, sorry, we're making excellent time.
What? What? Who are you then? Why are you here? Are you supervising us? Is that what it is?
Who are
I think
you
they were here
talking to
help us
now?
Fight the potential drow and other things that are down here.
Okay. Extra firepower. And then the goblins are the guides.
The goblin bane are the like.
The goblins are the guides. I'm your advisor and accompaniant, and wanted to make sure you don't, ruin any cultural relationships. And
Don't burn the country down.
An attaché.
and bless you. And apparently this
What is
one, and he directs his.
Attaché. What is an attaché?
I think it's the next word on your toilet paper
Yeah,
right here.
I heard someone use that word one time in context of a
That sounds
person.
very smart.
A consigliere.
A consigliatory.
Yeah, a consigliere.
We got so close.
This is out of control.
Someone's got the
Mamma
bedtime
mia.
We're making really
stories.
good time, though. I mean, if you're asking about the time, we're making
If you're
great time.
tired, you want to ride the donkey?
They
Are
probably
we
do.
tired?
Rest.
I guess we can sleep then and whatever.
Are you asking if I want to ride the ass?
No.
Notably,
The
Cactus' ears
The
perk up. What was that?
I used the
Notably-
word donkey.
notably, it's the ass, not that ass. It does make a very big difference.
What are you? It's a donkey.
The donkeys are more for carrying our supplies. But I think it would be wise to set up and rest. The things that are out.
Come out at night time. I look around at this dark.
No, they just. What? No, it's just we're tired. It's been a long
right.
day.
Okay. All right. Let's sleep.
Haley, I love you so much.
That was the perfect amount of sass. What, at nighttime? That was so good.
Well, and to be fair, I was originally going to say that, and it's like, wait, no, we're in the Underdark.
Yeah, we're
I
in the
know,
Underdark.
that's why.
It's always
Yeah, yeah,
nighttime.
It's always
here.
dark. That's my secret. I'm always dark.
Edgelord.
Perhaps
we
we
make-
should find a place to make camp. But you had something to say.
No, I was going to ask in meta, when we make camp, is there time
Mhm.
to do like crafting and stuff like that?
I mean, you can take time.
Okay, cool. I
You guys
will
wanna-
take that time.
You guys going to try to find a campsite?
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
So go ahead and somebody roll survival, or roll advantage if two of you are doing it.
Chorus, you got this.
Other than a dark vision inhibited person.
Yeah, that's
that'll
I'm
just
the
be a straight
inhibited
roll. Yeah,
one.
Chorus
That's me.
I have a torch.
I'm also
Of
sure
course, can have advantage.
Flat.
Jurgen and Jurgen are helping, so.
Yep. So we'll just say go ahead and roll with advantage, of course.
Do it, Conlon. Do it.
I rolled a 14 and a 15, which makes it a 20.
Ooh.
You find an area that looks pretty well cleared, kind of under like within an indentation, not a cave itself necessarily, but it's kind of a curved in wall that one would be defensible, have your backs to something so you're not not going to be surrounded. Are you walking in the dark, or are you using some light source?
There would be light sources because I can't see, so I would have a torch or the light spell or something.
Yeah, same for me at least.
Then as you guys approach the site, you do notice on the wall of this, we'll call it a cave, but it's not a cave. It's not deep enough to be a cave.
It's like an alcove.
Yeah, you notice a patch of mold on the wall that, as you put light towards it, appears yellow.
What are it? Another nature check.
Yeah.
Yeah, I am proficient in nature. In Fey nature. Yeah. 9. This mold, guys.
Maybe we shouldn't
Yeah, this is not a
sleep
good spot.
near it.
Jurgen, any ideas on what this is and whether or not we should be alarmed?
A certain ranger of ours also did a roll, so
I did. I don't know what nature or survival for this.
Nature.
Then it's a 14 with my plus
And-
0 in nature.
and
the best
Jurgen-
ranger.
Jurgen rolled a 4.
oh god.
I'm proficient in nature, but everyone else has rolled, so.
Are you looking at it? I mean,
Oh well, I said maybe we shouldn't.
What's your brain
I mean,
say?
I can. 18? 14 plus 4?
This is, as you approach it, it's definitely some form of mold. It gives off like a sulfurous smell instead of kind of like the wet, like funk smell that like mold will often give off. And like if you get the torch too close to it, you see like sparks kind of pop off the torch towards like near the mold.
We could burn it off or we could move.
I'm thinking we could scrape some into a jar and have it for, blowing things up.
You do that. Voice very far away.
Yeah, I like that idea. If it's a mold, can I put it into my herbalism kit?
I have a
Like,
mage
do I
hand
recognize
if I
it?
want to get too close.
Here's a fun question for D&D rulings. Does speak with plants work on mold?
Oh God, we are not gonna dissect. Is a fungus a plant?
Isn't mold a
Fucking-
bacteria?
A
Well,
fungus.
there's no speak with lichen. So
Yeah, this is the problem: is that fungi are horrible aliens that we've tricked into living on this planet, and they defy classification.
You know what? For giggles, I'll say you can speak with them, but it's like you're speaking to somebody who doesn't quite understand you, and so you can communicate with them if you can figure out how to like talk to them. I'll say you can talk to them like they're plants, but it might be a little project to understand them. Going along the idea of being them aliens that we've convinced to live on our planet, I like that. And since you haven't gotten to use that spell even once,
ever.
I want to be able to, you know what, throw you a bone, because it's always fun when you talk with rabbits and other things. So what could
Yeah,
possibly go
so
wrong?
talking to mold's definitely gonna go well.
This will go great.
Yeah, sure, why not? I'll cast it. Hello, mold, sulfur mold thing. Do you have a name?
You're Flerg-elicious. Big.
Flerg-elicious is your name?
You're Flerg-elicious. Big.
I don't really know what I thought was gonna happen here. This spell does allow me to turn difficult terrain into non-difficult terrain, and the other way around. Can I try to convince these plants? So I can question plants about the events in the spell's area within the past day, which I think. First question: have you seen any cave bears around here?
They're in Flerg-elicious, gluing down, and then you see them like some of the pattern start to like shift, like of the mold, and like it takes the form of like a cave bear, like it rearranges itself into that pattern,
All right.
and the
Sure.
mouth opens and closes.
I mean, honestly, it's a lot more fun talking to you than it is talking to the fucking rabbits and birds and shit that I've talked to in the past. So, could I convince you to potentially grow into this little jar that I have here? To make like a little terrarium thing. I guess first, morality question. Does it hurt when you get burned? Do you feel pain?
You almost get like this giddy like response.
Yes, this is what I was hoping for. Mold that likes to burn. Awesome. We might be fighting some really scary things, and we could use all the help we could get. And since you're part of I'm assuming, larger network of mold and fungi, could we use some of you, potentially spread you to new places, and also potentially burn the things that we would like to burn? And I'm gonna hold out the jar with the lid off and see if it climbs
roll
into
a
the jar.
persuasion check.
This is
I'll say straight
unbelievable.
roll.
I love this.
Oh boy. That's a 5.
Flergen.
It kind of shapes itself into like a mushroom cloud kind of thing, and then like fizzles out, and Flergen, no Flergen, need Flergen.
Need Do you need something to grow on? If I put more, I'm gonna pick up some
Make
like rocks and shit.
An insight check, I'll say.
Oh man, we're really rolling in all of. Oh yeah, it's a 3. All of Chorus's worst stats here. The worst ranger.
You're not sure. It seems like it wants to do it, but you are not sure what it needs
I'm
to
gonna
be.
pick up some rocks and shit from around. Was it this?
No Flerg-en.
I'm gonna pull out some like of my rations and put them in the jar. Do you need food?
Flerg-en?
Okay.
No Flerg-en. Flerg-en? Make another insight check.
We're on the right track, I think.
We're building something. We're going somewhere.
That's a 7. It's higher. We're going up.
Flerg-en.
You do get the idea that you are on the right track, but you are just not quite sure what it's looking for still.
I think this just means that Chorus needs to sit and be one with the mold.
At this point, Chorus is going full on like druid circle of spores. I'm going to raise this mold as my own child along with the hippogriff. On a whim, Chorus pulls out like a little belt knife off, like just like a utility knife, and slices his hand and puts some blood in the thing.
In the jar?
In the jar, yeah. I'll take the rations out first and then do the blood. But
Okay.
is this what you need? Like living stuff?
Make an investigation check really quick while you're
Good, something I'm
Oh,
actually good
there
at.
we
That's
go,
a +8
yeah.
for me. That's cocked. Hold on. Oh, that.
Yeah, rolling shit with things you're good at.
Oh yeah, well
I
that was a
believe it.
nat 1, so
Oh.
that's a 9.
It does
Still
seem to
higher
receive
than the
it
inside.
does
hit a
seem like
major artery, and now you just bleeding.
bleeding out everywhere.
Help him!
Chorus fucking slits his throat. Is this what you need?
And thus ends Horus.
Yeah.
You did not bother to check the alignment of the mold. No.
Chorus
It-
just gets piloted by mold from now on.
Oh my god, is this a zombie
like
mold?
that Magician's episode.
Yeah.
Mhm.
It's a zombie fungus. Oh god.
You do notice that as you put blood in the jar, the mold seems to shift on the wall closer to the jar.
Oh, wait.
Is Edie like watching this?
I don't know, are you?
I am. I put a stick against the wall and then against the lip of the jar.
Okay, Edie, you go ahead and make an investigation check.
Investigation. A 5 minus 2, 3. It's working, Chorus.
I think we're not doing combat today. Or at least so far. We might be about to fight some mold.
This is out of control.
You don't see anything either out of the ordinary other than Chorus talking to some yellow mold on the wall.
Everyone else can see the mold moving.
If you guys are watching, yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, yeah, we're seeing Chorus yell Flerg-en at the wall.
From the
Do we
Flerg-en
recognize
To the
Or
Fleur.
do I recognize what kind of mold this is? Like I used to work in an
Nemea spent any time in the Underdark.
no.
I gotta make a call.
This is phone a friend.
Yeah.
She's got
Where's
names
your
in there.
money?
Must have read
Harry?
about it in a book.
Or maybe like
Um,
Nemea's dad probably had like some Underdark samples of stuff, like even if he didn't go down there.
Make me a medicine check.
Okay. I'm not too bad. Come on, my beautiful Nemea. That's 10. I rolled a 5.
You have some experience with molds and fungus, but this is a completely different specimen. You've never seen
Okay.
one that seems to respond to stimulus this way.
I'm this close to just ripping it off the wall with mage hand.
Yeah.
Just shove it in.
Maybe we should just find a different alcove.
I think we should find a different alcove. I don't want to
I mean-
stay here.
I don't
No, I'm
think
kind of
it's
invested in this now.
dangerous.
Oh.
It's friendly. You guys go set up camp. I'm gonna keep talking to the
Yeah,
bull.
let's go find another spot.
I'm not setting up camp near something I could breathe in and die from.
That's fine.
Hey,
Bye.
let's go look
yeah,
then.
Somewhat. You guys go look. I'm gonna just keep keep trying here.
Ugh.
Edie and Voix are gonna go.
Voix.
are gonna go survival check out a new spot to set up camp that isn't got sentient mold on the
It
walls.
isn't infected.
Mm-hmm.
To be fair, my spell imbues
I've watched
them
enough
with
zombie
sentience. I don't
shit.
know that the mold is actually sentient.
That's enough. It's moving. It's responding.
It's enough.
That's the spell, though. All of this is pointless, truly, because it is just mold growing on a wall that magic has made talk and move.
I'm
Find a new
invested. I'm
campsite.
here for it.
Lock and load. I don't have survival, so I'm
Mhm.
helping Edie.
I do. Yeah. Help me.
Help me help
Holding
you.
torches and or lights. Do I roll?
I have light. I have
Tell me
light
to
on my
roll,
ring.
Dad DM.
What was that? You were rolling what?
Am I rolling? Tell me to roll. I'm not rolling without you telling me to.
What are you wanting to roll? Sorry, Mel messaged me too.
I'm
What were you
looking
wanting?
for a new camp spot.
Oh, a new camp spot. Sure. As you can look for a new camp spot. So roll a survival check.
Thank you. Once you give me permission, then I'll roll the dice.
Thank you. I appreciate that.
You are dungeon
18.
daddy after all.
What'd you roll?
18.
Okay. In the immediate vicinity, you don't really see another place. You guys would have to travel a little bit farther again to find another spot. Mel, with your medicine roll, you definitely get the feel that this is some sort of at least semi-sentient, fungal, mold kind of thing. Roll an investigation check for me too.
Okay. Oh god, my mouse. Let's do 22.
As you're examining it and trying to figure out what it is, you notice a face in the wall, kind of like frozen, like in mouth open, and the fungus is like kind of
New friend, new friend.
coming off of that.
I don't think it's new friend, Conlet.
You have animate dead?
I think it's eaten someone.
Who hasn't?
Oh god. Hold on.
And with that, we're gonna go to break.
Go goody.
Okay. Girl's gonna make the comment like, I mean, Nemae's taking a bite out of people here, so.
Yep.
Void and Edie are still going.
So we'll be back in 5 minutes. Go have your bathroom snacks, refresh, get your drinks, and we will be right back.
I'll go
See you in a
away.
bit.
Welcome back, children. If you are just joining us, you have missed out on some good stuff. Some attempts to talk to Mold and manipulate Mold. And some just trying to figure out who the hell they're talking to at times. But it's been good. The heroes are traveling in the Underdark, working currently with Belcax Ramirez and the dwarven bard, and his name is Gimgen Bloodkith, and the twin dwarf sisters, Jurgen and Jurgun, Goblinbane, working their way towards the Temple of Kruthir, trying to find out what's going on. And it seems that they have a similar connection with what Belcax is looking for. Maybe they haven't kind of opened up about what they're doing so much, but it appears that they might be in similar veins. Void has inquired of Belcax what might be involved in joining the Congregation of Omens, and they have made an attempt to find a camp for the night and found some sort of yellow mold on this wall of this cave. And Conlin or Quorus has been trying to communicate with it via Speak with Plants, and there's been some communication issues because it was like, sure, you can try to do it, even though it may not technically be a plant. I want to have fun, and so we're doing that. But it's like trying to communicate and trying to figure out what it wants, and it appears to want some sort of food, and currently being offered blood that seems to be more along the lines of what they were looking for. When Alma noticed there seems to be some sort of face in the wall that this mold is originating from or has fed on. You don't know, but that's where we took our break.
Of course, you may want to step back, at least for now.
I mean, I've been this close this whole time. I'm probably all right.
Right. Have you seen that? And I'm gonna point in the general direction of face.
I mean, that's not ideal, but everything's got to eat. I'm just thinking, if we can harness this, we could potentially... We're getting into a fight with something that we don't know what we're fighting. I'm just wondering if, throwing burning, flesh-eating mold at an enemy is a good idea.
Right. Does that entail us becoming like him?
No, I mean, that's why I didn't touch it. Trust me, my first instinct to talk to the mold was to eat a little bit of it and see what happened.
Oh, gods, okay. Maybe since you have some sort of communication with it, maybe ask what its friend is?
Yeah, oh, good question. Mold, Flerg-elicious, I think is your name. I think we've established that your name is Flerg-elicious. Still don't quite speak Mold. Did you eat that man? Or creature that has the face there?
Did you eat that man?
The mold tries to think for a moment, or appears to think for a moment, and Flerg-elicious, and it like kind of shapes this, kind of starts like doing a storytelling wall, like like where it takes shapes and like this, and it appears like this man just like walking along, and then like leans against the wall, and all of a sudden just spreads out and kind of imprints him to the wall.
That's some annihilation shit right there.
Yeah, that's...
Yeah, that movie messed me up.
Did he
The
bring the
book is
mold
really
down
good.
here? Flerg-elicious, are you this person that is dead? Did you eat this man, or are you this man?
Flerg no los dos.
I mean, that's honestly what I'm trying to figure out. So, do once again another insight check.
This is some serious storytelling, guys.
Well, that was almost a 12, and then it rolled just a little bit more to a 2. So that's a 3. Back
No,
on.
You are just having a really hard time.
Yeah, these dice are not liking me today.
They don't appear to know how to communicate to you any clearer than what they've done. with that.
Flerg, is it dangerous to touch you for me?
With studying you for a little while, the form takes the shape of a man.
All right. Well, this kind of feels like it's sort of been a waste of time.
You see like a hand form and be like,
Oh God.
All right. Flerg, one last time here. We will potentially find you someone to eat at some point if you don't need me and the rest of my party and can agree to this. Would you get in the jar? And we will take you somewhere where you can potentially be more mold from a person. I don't really know.
Mel, do with your medicine check as you're sitting here looking at this.
Uh-huh.
Alma would notice amidst the white, there also does appear to be amidst the yellow, there appears to be flecks of white intermixed in with the mold.
Mm-hmm.
That Alma does realize is probably bone. And the face does appear to be embedded in the stone.
Mm-hmm.
Go ahead and roll an insight check yourself. And yes, I am still going through puberty. Thank you. Go ahead and make another.
Go ahead and roll me an insight check.
Go ahead and make another insight check for me.
Changes.
Insight. Okay. God. Wait, am I doing an insight check too, or?
That would be why I said Alma. Go ahead and roll an insight
Okay,
check.
I'm just double checking. I'm sorry.
I hope so.
That's a 19.
Okay. You get the idea that kind of with the story that it was portraying, it appeared that this was something inside the man, and then at some point he leaned against the wall. The story you're trying to tell you is that he might have been dying or something, and when he died, the mold kind of consumed him and has worked its way out, but kind of is stuck on the wall because it's stuck on the wall and it has no other means to get around because it's not able to spread very easily.
Mm-hmm.
But you get the idea that it's not evil's not the right word. It has no real.
It's opportunistic.
It's unaligned.
It's just looking. It is looking to.
It's hungry.
Make it's it's hungry and it's looking to grow.
It's chaotic hungry.
Relatable.
Me.
Yeah, you said that right as Haley was taking a bite, which is great. All right, Flerg, I hope that this is good enough. I'm just gonna go ahead and scrape a bit of you into the jar. I'm gonna cap the jar. I'm gonna be careful not to touch it. I'm getting the vibe that this thing maybe just eats dead stuff
How are you scraping?
with the edge of the jar. Like, I'm gonna just like.
Okay. I didn't know if you were going to use a knife or something like that.
I'm gonna. If Flerg starts screaming, I will stop.
Can we please make this into a merch shirt?
If Flerg starts moaning, he'll keep going.
For sure. Robert, don't worry. One of these days, I will consume the mold, and the mold will consume me.
Oh God, please no.
It appears to allow you to put some of it in a jar. How much are you taking?
How much is there? Like, is it
It's
like
covering
it's like the
a-
whole wall?
It's covering a very good portion of the wall.
Okay. I'll take enough to like, I don't know, like enough that I could use it, but not so much that I have a jar full of mold that might be a
Bursting.
problem. Yeah. Like half a jar full.
Okay.
Don't worry, Flerg, I will teach you our ways. Cap the jar.
I'm
Chorus
just
has
gonna
another
start
child.
inching away from chorus just a little bit.
Just remember, guys, you can't spell lichen without lich.
Nailed it.
No, god damn it.
Were you careful to avoid touching the mold at all?
Yeah, that's like I would have
Yeah,
like,
he
yeah,
specified.
like very carefully. I mean, I can make a dex roll if you want or whatever.
You're fine.
I was
Actually,
just gonna,
yeah,
I'm gonna
it is.
give
It
him
is
guidance.
Sporus. It is Sporus. Go ahead.
Ooh,
Guidance.
that's my good name for when I become a mole. I can be Sporus.
Sporus.
That's a 16, unless it's a check or like a saving throw, in which case it's a 20, a dirty 20.
It'd be more of just a general dexterity
Yeah,
check.
just
Yeah.
a dex check.
It's
Sporus,
yourself.
the horizon dissolver.
Yes. I like this. I like where this is headed. New path for Chorus.
Yeah.
Nope.
King Sporus,
King
Yes, King
Sporus.
Sporus.
God damn it.
Lord of Mold.
Horizon Destroyer.
Can you hear me now?
Sporizon Walker.
Good.
Sporizon Walker.
E.
There we go.
This is actually how I'm gonna end up killing fucking Zaroon. I'm gonna
Yeah.
dump a bunch of mold
Dump
on
a
him.
mold on that dude.
Matt, I have a good idea for a new class that you can work on.
I was just saying he could respec into Windveer's Blight Collar Ranger.
Mhm.
Thanks for the follow.
Yeah.
We gotta follow. Oh, cute.
You notice that once you scrape away some of the mold, it kind of reforms and fills the hole left behind. It does appear a little thinner. Like it's not like a never-ending supply of it, but it does fill that empty space.
Neat. Well, Flergen, good luck with your growth here. I'll see about getting you to grow somewhere else. Please don't eat us while we are setting up a camp or while we are asleep.
So were all of you over there while this was going on talking to them?
I was.
Edie and I have ventured forth to find an
Yes.
unspored.
However long it takes.
Hey,
500 feet at a time, so I can tell the dimension door is back if we
Yeah.
need to get 500 feet out of the way.
then as you make your way searching, go ahead and make another survival check.
With advantage?
Sure.
I've got light on and I'm just helping her.
Yes. Okay, well that's fun. I got a natural 1 and a natural 19. So that's 24.
Okay. You find an area off in the distance that appears to be clear. This one is in more of a cave. You're not sure how deep the cave goes unless you want to go in and investigate.
I knew,
But it is
you
definitely,
fucking said
but it is definitely deeper than the alcove.
Is it got any tracks on the outside?
Only outside. You do see
With
some
my
tracks.
20 survival? Does it look like the same bear tracks as earlier? Or different?
They do look similar.
For fuck's sake!
Are we sleeping where there might be bears, or are we sleeping where we might die to spores?
I think bears.
Bears feels like a more handleable threat.
Yeah, I feel like if we don't make friends, then we're getting some new bear pelts.
Exactly. We'll have some nice,
But-
cozy blankets.
Yeah, but the spores is just spores,
Yeah.
and like they look nasty. I've seen spores in the Feywild that don't look nothing like that, and they'll creep me out.
I barely trust the fungus you use to
Barely.
make cheese, so I'd prefer.
That's true. All right, let's go get everyone. I'll leave a gold coin to mark the spot that we made it to.
Nice.
Make a perception check as you set the gold coin down.
Ah, crap.
Perception +1, 14.
All right.
Would I
So
be
you
in
set
on
your gold
that,
coin down.
or
You can, yeah.
okay? Ooh, gave myself better perception last level up. So,
Yay.
22.
Ooh,
All right. As Edie bends down to set down the coin, you briefly notice something blink like in front of your face, like kind of flash by. Kind of whitish, bluish in nature. Like, it's all you see is just a brief glimpse of it, like before it's like.
How far did we end up walking?
It was
many-
several minutes. It would have been several minutes to walk.
Lots of
It wasn't-
500 feet. So 2 minutes is 500 feet. How many of those? Because I put a gold coin down at every 500 foot.
Probably about 5 or so.
So
It'd have been about
6 minutes?
About
Or do you
10
mean
minutes.
10
Like
minutes?
10 minutes.
Okay. Okay.
Is the
So
coin
we are-
still there?
2,000.
It was
About
outside, like
2,000
she was bending
feet
down
away.
to put it down, and you notice out of the corner of your eye something like.
2,500 feet away.
I'm gonna cast message at whatever that thing was. Just if it's a creature, I'm gonna be like, "Excuse me, you were moving way too fast. Who are you?"
There is no response.
I hate it down here. There was something really fast moving. Can't tell if it was just one of those weird like eye floaters that you get, or if it was something that we need to be worried about.
You know what we really should have done?
Hmm.
We should have built the airship and gone above.
I feel like that would have taken
But it was
more than 2
stormy though,
weeks.
right?
Yeah, there's storms here, and I feel like that would have taken more than 2 weeks to build an
Yeah, but
airship.
imagine the downtime. It's like 2 weeks of not us doing anything though.
Yeah, 2 weeks of not dealing with parlays with fungus or weird fucking fast-moving shit in the cave.
Yeah. Should we start headed back?
Yeah, let's hope that whatever that was is friendly.
Right. And we just keep an eye out as we go back.
Yeah. On slightly higher alert now.
Yes.
Okay.
I'm
Then I
no
will
longer
say,
staring at the ground
Roll
looking for bear
another
tracks.
perception check as you're walking away. Then.
Ooh, better for me.
Mm. A 9.
25.
All right.
Ooh.
As you walk back, you notice a singular broken strand of like webbing.
Are my coins still there every time we get 500 feet?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. There's some spiders. I didn't see shit though.
Where is it? Is it like
La, la,
from
la, la,
down
la,
from like up above us, or is it across the path in front of us?
It was across the path.
I think I know what this is.
Edie, I think we have some sort of spider thing happening.
Ugh.
Did you see that little thread right there?
I like. Yeah, I see it. I'm on all fours.
It is not that low on the ground. It is more like chest height.
Ooh, okay, never mind then. Can I
I just
twing
thought you
it,
were
or
really
is it
excited about
broken?
it.
Is it
It's broken,
or
yes.
Okay. Oh, we fucking broke that on the way through.
Probably we did, yeah.
You want to jump forward, or do you want to do something about it? And I do prestidigitation to make my hand glow.
I think we just carry on. Pretend we didn't see anything. And then if something wants to try and catch up to us, then we can jump ahead or do something about it.
Okay. We very casually power walk forward. He's got her glutes going.
Okay. You guys head back to everybody else.
And once I get to within 120 feet, if we get that far, I send a message to Nemea saying, "Come meet us. We found a good camping spot." She doesn't want to say anything about the spiders because she wants a battle.
Incredible.
Yep, okay. I think Chorus is done with the weird molds. We'll be there soon. and I'll pass that information on to Alma and Chorus.
I'm ready. Look at spiders. I'm looking.
God damn it, Robert.
Just hope it's not a spider mommy.
Yeah.
Okay,
Just
so
hope it's
quickly,
just
just
the
wait.
Spider
What-
babies.
For all the monster fuckers in this group, you don't want it to be a spider mommy?
But like, wait, quickly.
Not if
If
this
we
is what I
kill
think it is.
spiders, are we upsetting Drow? Or is that not a thing?
Would I be able to roll history or religion on that?
Like, I don't care if Edie knows about that, but I just want to like have an understanding of like whether or not that's a thing.
Like, us encroaching on this territory is insulting, or...
If we
No, us
like our
just- if
spiders
we get enough
holy.
Oh, okay.
I feel like Edie not being from this plane might not have an understanding of like drow
She was
religion.
a cleric.
Are there drow in the Feywild though?
No.
So I
Well,
feel
this
like
is this is Haley asking, not
Yes,
Edie.
she's
Right,
offered
so
an
that's why-
idea. I'm asking if I can roll religion or history.
yes, you
for it.
can roll religion
23.
or history. Okay, you do understand that that the spider is very much a religious figure to the drow. They have spider type creatures that they ride, but they worship generally a spider goddess and all the good stuff there.
The spider mommy.
Yes.
Would they ever step on a spider?
No.
Okay.
But
I will also
you also
say,
haven't necessarily seen any signs of drow at this point.
and it's something to be said for the fact that, let's say that we offended them by killing a spider. They offended us by worshiping a really evil spider goddess. So it's kind of equal. I would much
And
rather
really,
preserve my life than
Edie's
worry
like-
about a faux pas.
Yeah, this is not even Edie. This is Haley
Yeah.
being curious anyway. So, like, Edie has
Mhm.
no idea of any of this. So she's just like, I'm ready to kill some fucking spiders.
So yeah, do we want to sleep in an alcove full of humanoid eating mold, or do we want to sleep in a cave with bears and spiders? Oh my.
I didn't tell anyone about the spiders and
I think we should all have our full plate of options.
That's true. I'm guessing this is to everybody that's caught up now.
Yeah. Does anyone have magical means of protection or any sort of cool tents or anything like that?
I can put some arrows in the ground and they'll potentially alert us if something comes into that area.
That's better than nothing.
Did you tell us about the spiders? Did you
Nope.
tell us what you saw?
Yeah. Well, Void did.
Boy did.
Void.
I didn't.
Can I roll to see if I know what these are? Conlon knows what these are. I'm almost positive, and I don't want to metagame, but if I can
Sure.
roll for Chorus to see if he knows.
Absolutely.
He's been around.
Mhm.
What would you like?
I'll say nature.
Well, that's not something I'm great at. But I still rolled a 16 plus
Ooh.
0 for 16.
All right. This does sound very phase spiderish.
Yes.
The chorus.
We were right.
Okay. Okay. Well, I would prefer not to sleep with the spiders. I think these are probably
You're gonna sleep with the fishes.
sort of ethereal spiders. They can probably pass through much of our defenses. Flergen was very nice. I'm just saying, not a bad area. Versus invisible teleporty spiders. It feels like maybe Flergen would be a better option, though I'm also It doesn't really matter to me. Everything's dangerous down here.
Yeah.
Do we want the active fight or the potential one of us gets taken over by a mold creature and we don't find out for a few weeks, days? I don't really know how long it would take.
At the very least, we can monitor the mold a lot easier than we could monitor something slipping in and out of this space and time. So,
Robertable's just nailed it.
caught between a rock and a Flerg
In a Flerg
place.
place.
I hate it.
What level is the bard?
Go to sleep, little Flergen.
No, they would have a hut.
If that's a spell he bothered to ever learn.
Yeah.
Ah, damn it.
I'm fine sleeping in the alcove. I'll just sleep very far away from Flergen.
That's fair.
That is everyone's
we
preference.
We could always we saw that Flergen gets a little sparky with fire. We could build off like campfire between us and the wall, so there's at least a barrier there potentially.
It works. Yeah, I've got no serious reasons not to.
All right.
Leave it up to the group for a vote. Honestly, it doesn't matter to me.
We have a semblance of a plan.
Guess I'll wait till next week for a battle.
We've got a concept.
I mean, to be fair, there is a possibility that I could
To be
tame a
fair.
phase spider. I'm really in this whole finding creatures to come with us thing.
You really hit your horse girl phase, haven't you?
And I have to remind you that I did find footprints of cave bears.
Right. There are cave bears. That's true.
No more into the cave that we found that we were going to camp in.
I'm good with whatever. Leave it up to a vote with the group. Or
All right, everyone vote.
our fearless leader, Edie.
What was
tells us
what was the name of the owlbear you tried to tame?
Jeffrey?
I'm stuck on.
Yeah, we
oh,
called him
it was
Jeffrey.
Jeffrey. Okay. Maybe Jeffrey made his way down here.
That would be a very far place for him to go. He came from Baymont, the
That's-
forest outside
yeah.
of there. That's like hundreds of miles. But
Across an
That's
impassable desert.
impressive. Chorus, that's really impressive. You trained him well.
yeah, I
Where's
mean,
Baymont? Is that on the other side of Welderland? So it's like Baymont,
It's in the
Welderland,
middle.
Saison?
Balantor. Well, yeah. Well, no, it's Welderland, Baymont, Saison, and then like Balantor's down here, and it's kind of like between it's like right in the middle of Vengalia, at least from the maps
Okay.
that I had.
Mhm.
Yes.
Okay.
Less of a walk than from Saison, but still very
A
far.
long ways.
No.
We don't know how big their
Jeffrey.
territories are.
Jeffrey's probably still, terrifying the locals in the forests of Baymont.
You're a beautiful cloak.
Are we camping here or are we camping at the base? Which hell are we picking?
Yeah. Everyone has to vote.
Do we want to press on for
There's
a
three
little...
people that haven't voted. Vote!
Or do we want to press on a little longer and get away from potential spiders? And
I don't think we're going anywhere
mold that
safer
we
than
haven't
right
tamed.
here.
We're only going into more danger. Better the devil we know than not.
The dwarves dug deep.
Sinbar's listening.
We should have just camped at the beginning. Edie just falls down onto the floor.
I say we camp right here.
Okay.
Nemea, Alma.
I'm fine to camp here.
Considering how the last vote went, Alma just remains silent and just gestures to the spot.
Void starts just like laying out a cot and like setting up and just sit down.
All right. Edie's going through her spell list.
I will cast Cordon of Arrows at 3rd level.
Yes, I
Ooh,
love this
what's
so
that?
much.
I place 4 if I cast it at 2nd level, or 6, I think, if I cast it at 3rd, which I am. Non-magical ammunition, arrows or crossbow bolts in the ground within range, and then if anything that I don't specify comes into that area, it's like alarm, but with a arrow hitting somebody.
It's a pointy alarm. It's
Mhm.
very cool.
Oh, cool.
Oh, does
it's
it
a
shoot
dex.
them?
Yes.
Yeah, it flies up to strike it, and then they have to make a dex saving throw or take 1d6 piercing damage.
It's
We
super
love
that's
sucks.
sick.
So if they make the dex save, they don't take any damage. But it's a very cool, like, don't come in this area or you'll keep getting plink cannoned.
We love that.
Mm-hmm.
I like that. That's cool.
And I will specify everyone that is currently traveling with us, and
Flergen.
The donkeys. And not Flergen.
Flergen's
Flergen
in
by way of the
jar.
jar.
Yeah,
Flergen by
John
way of
Flergen.
jar.
Let's give him a different name. Jurgen Jr.
Jurgen Jr.
Jurgens?
Jargon.
JJ.
Jargon.
Jargon.
Jargon!
I love
We
Wait,
got
what's
there.
speaking jargon?
Can we please make this into a merch shirt?
Oh god.
This is how you create the enemy now. You
Robertables
change
just
his
said
name.
Misa Jar Jar Flergen.
Yeah,
and
I was trying
want
to figure out how to make
everyone here
Jar
and
Jar.
on YouTube
Yeah.
needs to be in pain
Yeah.
from that.
God
Mhm.
damn it.
Misa Jar Jar
I read
Binks.
it and I just immediately tried to block it out. It's like,
Nope. Nope. I want it immortalized. Horrible. Horrifying. 1,000,000 points. The points don't matter.
And may God have mercy on your soul.
Yeah.
While we're... Oh, no, you go.
Oh, no, go ahead. I was just say once I'm done with that, I'll just set up the rest of the camp, like things.
Yeah, I was gonna say during the setup of camp, and like making sure that the donkeys are like watered down and what have you. If Olma's negative mood continues and she's still like sulking, and I had a really good word and it left me. Damn it.
Melancholy.
Mopey.
brooding.
All of the above.
In Collie.
God damn it.
Hey. Umay's going to call her out. She's called a couple of people out before on their moods, so she's going to do it to Olma.
Alma, just for reference, would be just doing create food and water, just so that if there's enough space, just to like do it so that everybody has a chance to eat when they need to. So
Nice.
she'll just be working on that.
Blurred and be like,
Olma, do you have a sec?
Sure. She'll just keep working on making sure all the food gets
Mhm.
get situated.
Okay, I was going to try and do this a little more gently, but Vec. I get that you're going through something. I've tried to be a friend. I want to be your friend, Alma. But this brooding and moodiness, it's rude. It's unhealthy.
Really? Considering you asked if the love I had for Zoro was enough. I'd think twice before you consider thinking what's rude and what's not.
I don't understand how that question was rude.
How it's not rude. Like I'm toying around with Zoro, that he's nothing more than a plaything.
That is not what I meant, and you know it.
Well, you didn't specify, did you?
You haven't specified anything either.
Maybe because it wasn't your business to find out. I wanted to keep this strictly between me and Void. So then, even then, gods, what does it even matter anymore? You won! Is that what you wanted to hear? You fucking won!
I don't know what I've won. I'm not competing.
You told me earlier at the Discreet Flame that you thought I was trying to make this into a competition. I didn't want this to be a competition. Nemea, you have Void. You and Void have made it both abundantly clear. I don't have anything to fall back on. Maybe if you
Now you're
read the
being a
letter too.
hypocrite.
I'm being a hypocrite.
You said that Zoro is enough, and what?
Who knows? Maybe I should just have you read my letter too.
What letter?
Ask Void, since you two seem so keen with one another after all.
Oh my goodness. Wow. So that's what this is really about. Jealousy?
It's not jealousy. It's the fact that I have to live with the reminder that you are in the place that I wish I was in. That I wanted to be in.
And I'm sorry, but again, I wasn't competing. And that just goes back to being a hypocrite. You say that Zoro is enough, and yet you want Void.
Maybe it's a fault of mine. Maybe I'm wrong. I personally love Zoro more than anything. And I thought I had the same feelings for Void. Technically, I still do. To leave my love for just one person is not...
Is not.
For Kalishtar, there's an old tale. That sometimes, on a whim, even if it's with someone else who is not Kalishtar, you feel spiritually bonded towards them. There's different nicknames for each person depending on what they bring for you. Orion was my spirit. Zoro is my rock. I thought Void was one too. I've tried explaining this to Void and it didn't really seem to go through, but I don't think I have the vocabulary to talk about it further.
That's between you and them.
I don't know how to express it vocally.
I think you've done a pretty good job. Telling me now, anyway.
Do you understand how hard it is to talk to somebody when they have what you wish for?
Yeah, actually, I do. Hori chose Yuri over me. It happens. And every single person here right now has something that I wish so desperately for. Look, I guess I'm trying to understand, Alma, and I don't want this to fester and become a flesh-eating mold. And
Flerg takes offense.
Flerg will remember that.
His name's Jargon.
Jargon, that's it.
Not the stuff on the wall.
Oh.
They're two separate people.
and
No one.
fuck, where'd that train of thought go?
Letting it sit and fester like a flesh-eating mold.
Oh yeah. You also told me that Ivy was jealous of what you and Orion had. And that you didn't want to become like her.
Exactly. Which is why I didn't even want to tell Void to begin with. And then I found out through them that you had inklings about my feelings as well.
You kind of confessed it to me on the beach.
I would rather you have kept that to yourself. It doesn't matter anyway. None of this does.
Yes, it does.
No.
If it's going to affect our friendship.
I think I'm getting closer to winning that bet.
What bet?
Nothing important.
Oma, everything we're doing is important. Everything we're going through is important. You just have to stop swallowing it and tell who we're with so we can help.
Just read the letter after Void. Because I'm afraid if I'm more vocal about things, I am not going to be able to control the next ring of death that might come out of me.
Are you threatening me?
No. I have been bottling all this up solely for the intents and purposes to get none of you involved. I didn't want nor expect to have the black circle show up when I was in your body back in the woods.
So you know what that was?
I have an idea.
Can you tell me?
When my anger gets to be too much, my grief, my rage, it expels out. That's why I didn't want to tell any of you. Tell you or Void or anything about how I felt. Among other reasons.
What other reasons?
I think I'll have to get back to you on that one. Since I have to speak with Void a little more.
Okay. One thing though. The thing about bottling emotions. A bottle can only hold so much until it has no choice but to overflow. And if you cork it, that pressure's just going to build up and the bottle will shatter.
We can all hear this, right?
Mm-hmm. Almost not being quiet.
Void is just at the whole like bottle up stuff. Void's just like nudging Edie in chorus and just like.
If you're nudging Edie, you literally see her, and it's almost like you could see flames in her eyes as she has this like scowl at Alma, protectively for Nemea at the moment. She's kind of like positioned herself to like be behind Nemea.
Chorus, for a minute, reaches towards Jargon and is like, is this what you're talking about? And then it's like, no, probably not.
Beautiful, sweet, oblivious boy. I love him.
Then
You feed on rage!
Then leans over to Belcax and like changes into Void look and is just like, I'm Void, by the way. I was gonna keep the Vix thing up, but now it's really fucking confusing because they said my name like 8 times. Hi, I'm Void.
Didn't have to come out. Boy didn't have to be here.
Void's been here. I've been here the whole
You're the
time.
whole time. Oh my god.
Slight break in the tension. Continue.
Continue. Just further proof, I think, from what I wrote. Because she'll see Edie now right behind Nemea. Maybe this whole thing was a fucking mistake.
I don't think so.
Can I?
Well, no.
Real quick, while they're in the middle of this, can I look at Alma's shadow and see if it looks normal or demony?
Yeah, go ahead and make a perception check.
I'll describe it too, depending on how he rolls.
That's a 24.
So you'll actually notice.
Shit.
You'll notice. Alma at one point would have actually taken off her chest plate just because she's so angry she's getting hot. So her shirt is backless. And you'll actually notice the wings they look like they're melting off of her back. Like they're going further, like under the shirt towards like her backside. And her shadow on the ground is getting longer within the scope of like the fire from the light that's coming off. And you see that same manifestation of like this crabby, huge, like massive thing that's just kind of looming. but almost completely oblivious to it. She's not paying attention to it. She's too much involved in the moment with Nemea.
Edie and Void, you see Alma's shadow right now? Have you ever seen the movie Spider-Man 3? With
It's my favorite movie.
We are
I
one
love
weird
this emo
death
phase.
scene away.
You think she's infected?
You have to put her down.
I did a
Okay,
little bit
Edie's
of-
like drawing a teleportation circle around Alma right now.
We're just gonna move, scooch over here if you don't mind.
I noticed that back in Saison, when this whole sort of conversation happened before. I think I've met that thing when I was in her body.
Oh, interesting. I did a little bit of reading on Kalishtar back at the library. They seem to be united with the Kori, which are shadow things, dream monster. I don't know. They're things. They're shadowy and dreamy.
Oh, like me.
And from what I was reading, they're supposed to be like part of the Kalishtar. It's weird. It's Alma and I spoke a little bit, and she doesn't seem to know about that. I'm also whispering this. I assume this is happening
on that.
sort of
Then Edie
in
has
parallel
zoned
with.
out. Yeah, so Edie's like disappeared from that conversation because she's still just back with Alma and Nemea.
Anyway, it's weird. But I'm wondering if there's something wrong with Alma's connection there.
She's talked a bit about it. Namely that she didn't get to really understand it. Her parents apparently don't practice any of the old techniques or really concern themselves with that side of Kalishtar culture, so. But it's clearly there. I imagine it might just be being protective out of instinct, even if she's not aware of it.
Interesting. I'm gonna. This probably is just a stupid use of this. I'm gonna cast Etherealness for a second, and I just want to pop into the ethereal plane, see if it looks any different there.
Hold on a second. Let me get you a picture. I'm glad I talked to Jack because then we get an actual image of this later. So
Amazing.
hold on. I gotta find Kalishtar. Nope, that's not it. Ooh, yeah, Kalishtar. I cannot. Nope. Nope.
You could paint a word picture and then give the picture in chat later.
Oh, that's true. Well, yeah, that's true. Okay. I'll wait a little bit. So if you... Oh, wait a minute. I think I might
As
actually
you
have
are
it.
about to do that,
Damn it.
Yep.
Perfect timing.
we are going to end today's session.
Yay! Well, this is okay, because then Conlon gets to see it. You all can't yet, so...
Oh, you...
I hate that so much.
You went.
Here you go,
Learn to walk
Conlon.
into the
Continuing-
ethereal void for 6 seconds, and
Yeah.
you'll be fine.
That's what you see, Conlon.
It looks
Well,
like
all
a
right.
penis.
Jesus Christ!
Why does Mr. Krabs have a 12-pack?
mean, smash, but Jesus.
Back to the monster fucking.
Giggity
Like we
giggity.
ever left.
Like we ever left. This be the first dollar I ever made. What you didn't know is it wasn't selling Krabby Patties.
It was selling crabs, all
It was
right.
selling me Krabby Patties.
I was on the pole.
With that, we are going to be off next week from this particular show, but we will
Ah,
still be
damn it.
doing another show. We will be back October 9th, where stuff will happen and things.
Oh,
So-
God.
For then, you'll have to wait. But we are still doing a show next week. We are still doing a raid today. And so stick around for that. But until the next time
Also-
I see you, what?
Real quick, sorry, Patreon. Go to it. There's a lot of polls up and cool stuff to vote on, including what Taylor's dice will be for the entire month of October. Go over there and vote.
Get on the poll.
Not the stripping pole. The other pole.
Who are you to judge them if they want to get on the stripping
That's
poll?
extra. That's another tier.
That's
top
separate
tier.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, well, fine.
You
I
pay
guess if want.
$100 a month, but it's all in singles. Solely because of the poll. Anyway.
Okay, well,
Nailed it.
until then, we love you, love yourself, love each other, and until next time, you bitches ready for more tales?
Always! We're your
Bye,
bitches,
everybody.
though. Goodbye, everybody!